Hit that like button, just like Tyson.
What's the word, fam? Hey, man, check this out. I know that the mainstream media won't bring y'all our stories, so it's up to us on YouTube and other media platforms to bring y'all the stories as they come to us, the people, man. Hey, look, we are the people, man. That's from the Constitution of the United States of America. We are the people that bring y'all the news, man. Because you know why? Freedom of press, my brothers and sisters. Freedom of fucking press, man. Damn. How many times I gotta tell y'all that? Freedom of press. We get to tell y'all what's going on. But guess what? This is not the press. This is my commentary on stories from the press. But this is not the press. All I'm doing is reading off a script that's brought to me by the Associated Press, um, Chicago News, which is all Chicago news stations, brought me this story. So I got to bring it to y'all, right? Hey, look, check this out. We got a guy that was roaming loose in Chicago. This guy was a fucking killer, man. Like he walked up behind somebody randomly in the store and shot him in the head, bro. Killed him immediately, then shot the store clerk, then robbed. Like he could have let that brother leave. He could have let that brother go, right? No, he ain't do that. You know what he did? He said he don't give a fuck about nobody. So guess what? He ended up getting killed by police in Evanston. You know why? Because this guy actually was on the road doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do. And guess what he did? That made me look at him and say, you know what? I'm glad he dead. I'm glad he dead because this guy was like all on Facebook with the shit, man. And he not only was he on Facebook with the shit, he was laughing and giggling and just busting up and just letting the world know that he was like going through a mental issue. Now, I don't have his family on record, but I do have what he did on record because he was videotaped during a whole crime spree, bro. Like he killed like 5 people, man. 5 people, innocent people, man. He killed a guy from China that didn't even know his name, bro. Didn't even know he was black, bro, before he killed him. This guy right here belongs where he's at. You know, certain people belong to be put under the ground. Certain people belong, they should be arrested and go to jail, right? Yeah, sure. But this guy right here, he was definitely one of those type of guys that was not going on his own. In fact, when he did a murder and committed a crime and shot somebody, he drove back past the crime scene and fired shots at the police because he was unstable in his fucking mind, bro. He was unstable in his mind. He drove back past and shot at the police. What type of people do that? Somebody that want to get killed, right? So once the police caught up with him, guess what they did? They did what they known to do and kill a person. Now he was black, right? Why couldn't they bring him in handcuffs? Ask me, tell me that. Why couldn't they bring him in handcuffs? Wouldn't it been great for him to get the death penalty so he can go to jail? Think about what the fuck he did. See, that's what the white folks forget about. You know, suicide by a cop is a thing, man. Suicide by a cop. It was a white guy. He acted like he had a gun. He evidently he was drunk or something like that. He was on drugs. He acted like he had a gun, and when he raised his hand up and pointed that gun, that fake gun, his finger at the police, guess what they did? They fired his ass up, right? They fired his ass up. You know why they fired his ass up? Because he was white privilege. He was white privilege. I want to lie to y'all about that, man. This guy thought that he can do that shit and they'll let him get away. But now, at least one thing the white guy did, he didn't kill nobody. Nobody innocent, man. He killed his parents. He killed his daughters and sons. He didn't kill an innocent person, man. And that's what this black guy did. You know, when I hear the name Nightingale, it reminds me of a TV show that I watched with a good kid by the name of Nightingale. And he ended up being killed. I'm glad my name ain't Nightingale, right? He ended up being killed. A good kid by the name of Nightingale was ran over by a car in a TV show that I watched. But this guy right here, he was off the chain, man. Like, this guy deserved to get killed. Let me go through a little bit of his story for you. Jason Nightingale was 32 years old from Illinois, and this guy went on a random shooting rampage in Chicago and Evanston. Guess when this shit happened, y'all? It happened on January 10th, right? January 10th. All right. He murdered multiple people. He murdered them. Guess where he murdered them at? In the IHOP, in a convenience store, on the street, in an apartment complex. 7 people were shot, and at least 5 were killed by this lunatic, man. He was black, man. You know what? Black people, I'm going to tell y'all, man, we need mental health reform. While they moving out all the mental health resources out of the community, that's what we really need in our community. I'm not going to lie to you. I have issues, but I'm not finna pay out my pocket to go and see somebody to talk to. I'd rather talk to a bottle of Hennessy. You know why? Because I can afford that. I can't afford a doctor. You know, even when I almost died, I couldn't afford a doctor. But guess what I could afford? I afforded a bottle of Hennessy. And guess what that bottle of Hennessy did for me the night I almost died? That bottle of Hennessy, according to the doctors, thinned my blood enough to where it saved my life. If I wasn't drinking and the same situation happened to me, I might have died. I lost that much blood. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still strong. I'm still fucking strong. You know what I'm saying? I'm still here and I'm still strong. Yeah. All right. Well, maybe not that strong, but I'm still strong enough to survive the ills of the world. All right. So let me get back to the story for y'all. All right. He shot and killed a security guard, man, in an apartment complex. He also shot a man sitting in the garage minding his own fucking business, man. A man in a convenience store. They actually had that crime on tape. They refused to show the footage on the news. But guess what happened? A guy was standing in line at the store buying some stuff. Nightingale walked in, shot the guy, killed the guy, and shot the guy and just killed him. As soon as he shot the guy, he turned the pistol on the store clerk, shot the store clerk, went behind the counter, and took the money. Bro, you had to kill people to take money? Damn, that don't make no sense to me, man. Black folks just as crazy as white folks. But you know what? They don't put this shit on the news, man. That's why I got a channel to tell y'all what's going on. Because the white folks ain't gonna put this on the news. They gonna put that, he got killed by police and he did this, that, and the other. But if he would have stopped right then and there, this shit wouldn't even been on the news, man. You know why? White folks don't care about what we going through. They don't care about mental illness. That's the reason why they shutting down hospitals and healthcare centers where they deal with mental illness, man. Not only do we have Corona, but me and Charlemagne the God been the ones talking about black mental illness for about a year and a half, man. Charlemagne the God probably been doing it way longer than me, but I just got on that and I said, Charlemagne, you're right. We have mental illnesses that we need to address. You know, we need to address this shit, right? Ladies and gentlemen, can we address this shit? Don't we need to address that shit? Do we need to address this shit? Huh? Of course we do. They don't want us to address this shit. You know why? Because it fits in with criminality. Fits in with a criminal attitude and criminal circumstance. So they can just kill you and take care of the whole thing right there, right? Right? Am I lying about that, bro? They can just kill you, take care of the whole thing, right? Oh man, but guess what? It gets deeper than that, man. All right. So he shot and killed all those people. The shootings were very random, bro. They were random. Nobody he shot did something to him. I'm pretty sure if he's from Chicago, he has 1 million people that he could have did something to, man. That would have been almost righteous. Almost righteous. I'm not gonna say they would have been righteous because they could have been unarmed people, but he chose to instead of doing it, if he would have did this shit to drug dealers and gang bangers, he might still be alive, man. It's sad to say, but it's the God's only truth. It's sad to say, but it's the God's only truth. If he would have did this type of thing to drug dealers, gang bangers, maybe a rapist in jail, he probably will be held in a better respect. But he did it to random people, man. He did this shit to like almost a 50-year-old woman, a 80-year-old woman, you know what I'm saying, a 20-year-old man that had nothing to do with him, a store clerk. Like, that's what fucked him up, man. Like, nigga, go in the police station, handle your business if you feel like that. But you know what? He did do exactly what I said. He went in the police station and he handled business. You know why? Because he was roaming the streets free. Roaming the streets free, man. Which he shouldn't have been roaming the streets free. He should have been getting mental health evaluations and being checked out by his people and people who love him, man. This shit saddens me, man. We can't keep on letting our community get done like this, man. We cannot keep letting motherfuckers do that to us in our own community, man. You know? Look, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Something y'all don't know. I wasn't gonna say it. I done got into it in 2021 with two young male bulls, two young bulls. And I don't know, they into it with me, they upset, man, because of this and that. And all I'm telling them niggas is to slow down. Slow down. They mad at me. He told me to slow down. He put his hand on my chest. Come on, man. I'm not into it with you. I don't have a grievance with you, bro. I'm trying to tell you something. But you know what? I talk too fucking much. Maybe I should have shut the fuck up, walked the fuck off, and let you handle your business that night instead of letting you go to jail. Maybe you would appreciate that. If I would have let you handle your business, maybe you would have appreciated that more than you appreciated me telling you not to do it. Nigga, stop. These niggas don't got the fuck. I just did a story on a 15-year-old girl who got shot by a white racist because what? She was into it with him because he voted for Trump. What the fuck wrong with you, little girl? You ain't even old enough to vote. Get your ass in the house. Worry about your schoolwork. Why you worried about Trump Trump supporters. Why? Black people. Shit sickens me, man. But she shouldn't have got shot, period. But at the same time, I know how it is to deal with young black males and females. I done seen a female you tell to get the fuck off your property, come back with 20 niggas. Come on, man. Like, all that shit's a threat. And they fail to realize what they doing is threatening people. No, we all got to stand up for our kids and tell them how to do things. She failed to realize that she was threatening people. Now, I'm not finna get up here and say, oh man, that little girl, the same little girl that'll get me in trouble with some little young dudes because she went overboard with some shit. I tell her, hey, this and that. No, shorty, pull your dress down. Come on now. You in the store. Now, it's 20 niggas in the car. She go get it. This nigga done told me pull my dress down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just telling you to be respectful to yourself. Then this guy, Nightingale, goes to Evanston, right outside of Chicago. Drive straight down Lakeshore Drive, you'll be there. It's like a few miles. It's like a little bit further, you'll make it to Milwaukee, right? You know what I'm saying? Like Milwaukee and Chicago, they share the same street. One street to take you to Milwaukee. Same street to take you back to Chicago. But in between going to Milwaukee and Chicago, you're going to go through Evanston, right? That's where the police shot and killed this guy. Shot and killed this guy. I put a picture up of this guy. Not a bad-looking guy. From what I heard, he loved his son. But look, guess what? Mass murderers, they love their kids to death, man. That's what a mass murderer love, man. He love his blood. He love his kids, man. You know what happened? Thanksgiving, 2020. Thanksgiving. I talked to my daughter, right? I talked to my child on Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? And I talked to her. Do you know that Friday, that Saturday morning, they was calling me, telling me that my daughter lost two cousins, either on Thanksgiving night or Friday night, Friday morning. But a boyfriend of her cousin shot and killed the girl, which happens to be his baby mama, and shot and killed her brother. Two kids, the same mother and the same father. While they say black people don't have the same mother and the same father. This nigga took away a brother and a sister shared by the same mother and the same father in the black community in the ghetto of Chicago. Now look, I can't explain this better than this. I know pain and suffering. When you motherfuckers look at me and you say, you don't know shit, nigga, in 2020, me and my family lost two family members. On Thanksgiving. Look it up on the news, WGN. You don't believe me? Fuck you. Shit happened. So, my daughter loses her two first cousins to whom which she grew up in a house with her whole life. More like brothers and sisters instead of cousins. Because you know how that shit go when you live in the ghetto, right? You live sometime in the houses with extra family members. I just had a nigga knock on my door looking for my woman's daughter. You know what I'm saying? Which she's not my blood relative. This is my house, and she don't even live here. But all else fails, he see a car parked out. He knock on my nigga. Don't knock on my door. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to do whatever. Don't knock on my fucking door, man. The fuck is your problem? If she ain't answering the phone calls, nigga, don't knock on my motherfucking door. Fuck wrong with you, man? Black people, like I said, they don't got common sense, man. Some of them, a lot of them, need therapy. Knock on my fucking door, 1 o'clock in the morning, if I want to see my kid. Nigga, you retarded as fuck, bro. You retarded as fuck. You ain't looking for no kids at 1 in the morning. You looking for your girl. Looking for the bitch. She ain't here. Fuck wrong with these niggas, man. And that's what I tell my girl. I say, look. I don't trust this guy right here, man. You know, we got to watch this guy, man. This guy, you know, and shit happens. Like I said, my daughter lost 2 cousins. That's the brother and the sister that was killed on Thanksgiving 2020. And they with their mama on this picture. Her name is Carrie Parks. I love her, my sister. She died in 2020. Months later, her kids get killed, murdered. And it's still unclear to me how she died. But she did not get killed or murdered. But I'm going to say this. Health, mental health, and regular health is needed in the black community. Mental health and regular health is needed in the black community. You hear me? Let me say that shit again. Mental health, physical health, mental health, physical health is needed in a black community. We got to do something about this shit, man. I didn't want my channel to be based upon sadness. I did not want that. I'm finna start doing something else that's gonna surprise y'all with this channel. But I understand what y'all looking for. Y'all looking for sympathy. But I'm gonna tell y'all this. We not sympathizing no more. You see what we just did with Donald Trump? That shit was wrong. How the fuck Twitter, Facebook, Instagram kick him off? What they gonna do to me? Talking about this black shit. They gonna kick me off, right? Of course they gonna kick me out. They waited until his last year, the president, to kick him out. But when I talk about black enlightenment, they gonna kick me out quicker, and ain't nobody gonna be there to know that I even got kicked the fuck off. This guy Nightingale was what? On Facebook and Twitter while he was killing people. He was just saying random shit, just doing shit like that, and just weird shit, man. Facebook and Twitter allowed this guy to kill people, and they kicked Donald Trump off. That shit is dangerous. They gonna kick me off this shit. Watch what I tell y'all. I need my fans to understand that the shit I'm talking about is not the shit that the mainstream media is talking about. The shit that me and my colleagues talk about on every day on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram is the shit they not gonna tell y'all in the regular media. And as soon as I get 100,000 people on my page, guess what they gonna do? They gonna start censoring me. As soon as I get like-minded people watching my back, guess what they gonna do? They gonna start saying, oh, well, you cussed too many times in this video. You know what I'm saying? Or you said somebody's name in this video. You said Donald Trump. You can't use his name. You know what I'm saying? That's what they gonna do to us, bro. Because they don't want us to be out here doing our thing. They don't want that. They know what Black Wall Street is. So they shut down Donald Trump just so they can say, well, we shut down Minister Louis Farrakhan too. Why y'all shut him down? But they shut down Donald Trump. That's unprecedented. I don't give a fuck if he do go to jail. He deserves to tweet. I don't give a fuck if he is calling for World War III. Nigga, he deserves to tweet. We need to pay attention. We need to stand up. That's what they doing. That's why Jason Nightingale ain't got his punk ass in the news, man. That's why they ain't talking about him no more. Oh, well, he dead. No, let's talk about it. What happened to Jason Nightingale that made him do some shit like that? What happened to this dude that killed my niece and my nephew to make him want to do some shit like this? What happened? You fuckers. Let that man, Donald Trump, get on this motherfucking YouTube and Facebook. How the fuck do everybody kick him off for something he said on one platform? How? Don't y'all tell me he deserve it. He don't. Because they got killers running around on the south side of Chicago that's making rap songs, telling you who they killed. And y'all worried about Donald Trump. They ran in the Capitol. This 15-year-old girl that got shot because she can't even vote, but she thinks she got the right to approach them. Why? She should have been killed, as well as a fucking white man that approached a black man in a deadly manner. Just like that white man that acted like he had a gun the other day with the police. Acted like he had a fucking gun, and once he moved his hand up, they fired his ass up. Because guess what? That's what they should have did to him. They should have did that shit to them people in the fucking Capitol. Don't you come to me and you tell me that Donald Trump don't deserve to be on Facebook and YouTube. Yes, he does. He's a fucking president. Who the fuck is Facebook? Who the fuck is YouTube? Even if he's not the president no longer, he's an ex-president. So how the fuck can you silence him? Did Mark Zuckerberg ever say, I'm going to talk to Trump? Did he ever meet him in the White House? Jeff Bezos? Did he ever go to the White House and say, Mr. Trump, please calm down with this rhetoric. It's causing trouble in the country. No, you know why? They like it. Then they thought they was doing what the people want them to do, but they not doing it. All they doing is saying that they gonna silence a little nigga like me because they can silence Trump. If they can silence Trump, they can silence a little nigga like me easily. They don't want me to get no cash. They don't want me to get my voice out there. Put Trump back on Facebook and fucking Twitter immediately, you bastards. Fuck y'all.
Like and subscribe.